Welcome back. The Institute of Contemporary Art is showcasing 100 years of contemporary Indigenous art. The exhibition is called An Indigenous Present, and it includes new commissions and works by 15 artists. Joining us now is curator Janelle Porter to discuss this representation of Indigenous art practices. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Let's talk about this exhibition. It includes new and established artists. You and Jeffrey Gibson published a book in 2023. What made you decide to turn it into this exhibit at the ICA?
Well, I'll start with a little more about the book. The book is the same title as the exhibition, An Indigenous Present, and the book was conceived by Jeffrey Gibson, an artist, who I first met in 2012. He worked with me to make his first museum solo show at the ICA Boston. So I feel like that's sort of the groundwork for this project.
Yeah.
We then worked on this book, which he conceived of as a book that would celebrate all that was going on with art by contemporary Indigenous makers, both in North America, but US and Canada very specifically. And we made this book. It's a great celebration. It's 450 pages. It's just this like heavy tome. And the ICA Boston called us and said, would you consider making an exhibition from this book? And we said yes.
I love that. Now we all get to see what this is all, the meaning of all of this. So you had some rules about this exhibition, right? Like you assume that visitors will have some basic knowledge of Indigenous art history, but do you need that knowledge to appreciate some of the work that is going to be on display?
Definitely not. It's what we hope for, or that the curious visitor might do their own research, but none of that has to happen before one walks into this exhibition and is sort of welcomed with work by 15 artists, all of which is color and line and form.
We're showing some of the pieces right now that you'll be able to see at the ICA. You've said some of the included pieces complicate and destabilize preconceptions of what art by Indigenous and Native American artists is made with. Looks like, maybe even sounds like. What do you mean by that?
This is where I always get a little tongue-tied, because what we wanted, Jeffrey and I, as co-curators, was to highlight artists whose work is abstract. And what we are going for is, what is abstract, right? This is always like a little bit hard to define for people, but abstract art is that which is not depicting some kind of external reality with a sort of, faithfulness, for example. That there's no pictures of people, there aren't pictures of places, but people and places and ideas are evoked and represented by different ways of making, by materials and by paint, artificial turf, etc. And the way that we want to destabilize or sort of break open the categories about work by Indigenous makers has to do with how Native American and Indigenous artists have been defined and confined by their heritage and history, rather than as being artists in their own right who are expressing all kinds of ideas. Individuals.
Right?
Yes.
Right. Okay, you also feature work by visual artist and filmmaker Sky Hopinka. This one is called Mnemonics of Shape and Reason. This is amazing. We were watching this earlier and there's so many things to see. I wanted to watch it over and over again. I feel like you see something different every time.
Yeah.
What was it about this work that captured the spirit of this exhibition?
Mnemonics of Shape and Reason is, you can see it again and again, because it's actually a 4-minute work that loops in a projection room in the exhibition. And this is funny, I always hate talking over it, but I know that I am the voiceover for this right now because it has this beautiful sound and some words on the screen. I think what Sky does with imagery, in terms of he's hyper-saturating imagery, he's sort of through images, he is evoking place. He is evoking memory, but none of that is sort of didactic or explanatory. It's this feeling sometimes of driving through a landscape. There's an underwater part of it as well, right? It's this kind of like sound, waves, and imagery that that is the feeling of being in a land, but without, again, these kind of descriptions of what we are supposed to think or look at or what something might sound like to us. It's open to interpretation.
it's beautiful to watch. So I definitely will go back and have to see it again.
Yeah.
And at the exhibition. So you call this exhibition a chapter. So what's next?
Oh gosh. Okay, there's not something next. The show will travel, however.
Okay.
But we called it a chapter because an Indigenous present, the book, and now the exhibition is something of a proposal, right? It's an idea. And perhaps it will be picked up by other people. So Jeffrey Gibson and I don't currently have plans to do something else, but who knows? There could be more projects in the future.
Stay tuned. But this is so much to see and so much to learn from. Janelle Porter, we appreciate you being here and walking us through and letting us know about this amazing exhibit at the ICA.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you. The exhibition, by the way, runs through March 8th at ICA Boston.